Hey everyone, this is Mark from Stocks and Cash. It's February 26, 2018. Here are the market update, go over my holdings and then some potential setups for tomorrow. If we take a look at the SPY, the SPY had a gap up today, kind of came back and didn't quite come back and test the highs of yesterday, but so there's a small little gap here, but nice strong bullish candle today. Volume was a little less than yesterday, which is slightly concerning, but overall we've broken through our warning area here and we're moving on up bullishly. We are a little ways away from the 8 EMA, which is also a little concerning. I wouldn't be surprised if we kept on just pushing higher, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of move sideways for a couple days, or at least had a wick to come and touch that 8 EMA before moving higher. So ultimately, bullishly, we just are a little extended right now, but I think we'll continue on and try and get back up and test our all-time highs here. Taking a look at the Qs, even closer, we are pretty much right back to the all-time highs for now on the Qs. Just a little ways to go here. So on the Qs, I'd be looking for a breakthrough these all-time high levels of 171. If we do get through there, targets of 176 and 183.74. So the Qs are looking very healthy, but again, a little far away from the 8 EMA, so I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of knock around in this region, or at least come back and test the 8 EMA before we push through and move higher. Let's take a look at some holdings, some things that I got out of today. Apple, which I am a little disappointed in myself. So if we look at the 5-minute chart, Apple had a nice big strong candle. We never closed below it, so there was really no reason for me to get out. I just saw this pullback here when we got back to this level 178 region. I ended up getting out of my calls. So that was a mistake on my part. We ended up getting to 179.39 and then closing at almost 179 even. So definitely got out prematurely, unfortunately. Left a little on the table there, but still a profit nonetheless, about 22%. So overall, not too disappointed. But while I'm on Apple, let me see. I'm actually looking to punch through this breakout level here, 180.10, and then get to targets of 188 and almost 200 there. So again, we're a little ways away from the 8 EMA. Wouldn't be surprised if we kind of knock around here a little bit. But I ultimately think we're going higher. MACD is looking very strong. RSI is bullish, and the Stokes are, overbought, but we can live in this region on the Stokes. Walmart ended up getting out of that one. About a 40% loss. There was some decay over the weekend. It's just not doing anything. It doesn't want to come back down. I just figured I'd cut my losses and get out of that trade. Not a very successful trade, but it is what it is. Alibaba, not too impressed with the price action today. It did ultimately close green, but you can see this doji type candle, not the greatest candle for a bullish continuation, but MACD is strong, Stokes and RSI is strong, volume was pretty strong today, so I'm not really in panic mode on this one, but definitely like to see a nice green candle tomorrow, even if we open up a little lower and then kind of push higher. Still looking to see if this gap will fill target of 202.70 and change. And then again, if we get through these price levels here, we could go higher, but I'd probably get out, like I said, at the gap fill. And then if we get above our breakout level, then I can get back in. So that's kind of the play I'm looking at on BABA. Caterpillar. Also kind of a similar candle to BABA, not the greatest. I'm up on this one, obviously, but there's definitely more room to run, but not the healthiest candle. That's not to say we're going to roll over. We saw a bunch of those types of candles on this, uptrend back in December, so no reason why we can't do that, in Caterpillar, and get back to our recent highs of 173.24. So I'm still confident in that position. And then Tiffany's, not the greatest day for Tiffany's either, but you know, it was a down candle, but we tested this 22 EMA. I think we definitely have more room to run. I'm not too worried about it yet. I think my stop would be at the low of the 55 EMA, which is currently at 1025. So give myself about another dollar or so, you know, to let this trade kind of play out. So that's all of my holdings. Overall up and pretty happy. Oh, and then I did buy MasterCard at the end of the day today. As you can see, we broke through these recent highs of 177.18, closed at 178.14. I felt confident to get in. I think MasterCard's a strong stock. So I'll be looking at first target of 182.74, second target of 190. All right, now some names. So I already talked about Apple with a potential breakout coming. Microsoft is another one that's looks like it's ready to kind of break out. If we do break out, it's something you'd want to buy potentially at the end of the day, or wait until the next day and see if we get you know, bullish continuation. But targets of 99.43 and 173.71. Oh, sorry, 103.71. Another one that I'm actually really interested in is Tesla. Tesla's kind of been meandering around, kind of in a channel. It hasn't obviously broken out yet, but that's the play that I'm looking for. If we close above 360.62, definitely see potential targets of 378 and then 400 as the ultimate second target. Couple more plays for tomorrow. Capital One Financial. I need to redraw this warning zone. This is we're actually through the warning zone. As you can see, we've pushed through there. 5-minute rule tomorrow. I think this one has great potential to get back to 106.5, and if it does, then next target will be 111.48 and 117.71, assuming the markets cooperate. But this one's looking very healthy, very strong. I'll be looking to get into this one tomorrow morning. Triple M. Almost through its warning area here, based on this recent move. It'd be a little risky to kind of get in on the first 5-minute rule, but given the volume today and the type of candle, looks very strong. This is something I might get in on the 5-minute candle. 3M has been really strong over the last year or so, with some dips and stuff, but I think we're coming through those now. Although I guess, the thing to kind of look at is that this was kind of a pivot area here. So maybe this is something you want to wait till the end of the day, or at least keep an eye on what the price action looks like tomorrow on Tuesday, and make sure you're comfortable getting in. Just because we are kind of at this fib retracement, and then this is kind of acting as some resistance as well. So I definitely use some caution getting in too early on 3M. That being said, I do think it's a strong stock, and indicators are indicating a bullish move. So I would not be too. I would just stick to your trading plan. That's all, on how you potentially would want to trade 3M if you decide you want to get into it tomorrow. A couple more ideas here. JP Morgan and Netflix, both of those have broken out. JP Morgan, not the greatest candle, and that's why I didn't get into it. 5-minute rule tomorrow, and I would consider getting in. Targets of 121 and then 125. JP Morgan has been pretty strong as well, even with this dip. It didn't come down too far, and actually we never actually closed below the 55. We didn't even touch the 100. So JP Morgan's looking pretty strong, and something I would definitely consider getting into tomorrow as well. And then, as I said, Netflix has broken out. The reason I didn't get into it is because we're about halfway up, to our first target. We got about $5 more or so to go. What would be nice is to see a little pullback. retest of the breakout level and then continue on up. So I'm hoping to see a little bit of a down candle tomorrow, or at least some downward price action. If we do get back to the 280, 288, 290 level or so, it might be worth getting in. MACD is not super strong, so I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of retest before moving higher. But overall, I think Netflix is a good play. You just have to, get into it based on your trading plan. And two more here. Waste Management broke out of its warning area today. Stokes looking good. Our MACD is looking good. RSI is bullish. Not the highest volume, but also not too bad. I think this will, it might go up tomorrow and knock around a little bit, let the EMA catch up. But overall, I could see getting back to 89.73. Waste Management has been an excellent stock since all the way back here in July of 16, and I don't see any reason for that to stop anytime soon. So definitely looking to get back to these all-time highs. And then the next two targets will be 92.72, 96.62. The last one's DGX. I would caution on this one. I was looking at it and I liked it, but then, I really would like to see it close above this high here. We have, kind of based here, have a high, then we have a low, then we have a high, and then we have a, I wouldn't say a lower low necessarily, but then we have a lower high, and then a higher low. So we're kind of in this, consolidation, triangle type pattern here. I would just personally feel more comfortable getting above this big bullish candle before getting into this one, but it's something to keep an eye on. And then if we do get to our breakout level of 108.78, then there's targets of 112 and 117 respectively. That about wraps up my update for today. I definitely see some bullish action continuing into the week. Just be careful, trade your plan, keep your stops, in accordance with that plan, and best of luck trading. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thank you.